Blepharoplasty recovery is fairly short, usually about 4 to 7 days, and there are things that we will review that you can do that will help keep that to a minimum. The recovery and your presentation after blepharoplasty, usually after about 2 weeks, you can go to places, do things, and people don't even know that you've had surgery. One advantage of the eyelid region is if you wear glasses, you can put a light tint on your glasses and give you a little assistance in hiding it while you're recovering. And also, if you're doing something outdoors, you can wear a hat and some sunglasses. But if you're going to entertain, if you're going to go to dinner, you're going to look people eye to eye, I would allow 2 weeks minimum. 3 weeks would be ideal just in case you have a little more bruising or swelling than the average person. Please make sure to subscribe. When you have blepharoplasty surgery, you don't want to get overheated, overexerted, because when you do that, you increase your metabolism, you increase your blood pressure, you can cause some bleeding, and you cause more swelling. If you have bleeding underneath the tissues, I like to say blood is like whipped cream for bacteria. They love it. And you're a lot more susceptible to get an infection if you have a hematoma or you have bleeding. So let's do everything we can to prevent any bleeding, which is basically overexertion. That's why I like to say, don't pick up anything more than a bag of groceries. Blepharoplasty recovery is absolutely painless as long as you keep the front part of the eye moist with ointment. When you have blepharoplasty surgery, it's similar to having a sprained ankle. Everything works, it's a little swollen, it's a little sore. The difference is when you close your eyes and you relax like sleeping, your eyelids might open up a little bit those first few days. We don't want the front surface of the eye, called the cornea, to get dry. So as long as you use ointment, keep your eyes lubricated, it is a painless procedure. Blepharoplasty recovery is pretty straightforward and it's pretty minimal, usually about 4 to 7 days. As long as you follow the medications and the instructions that we give you, you'll do absolutely fine. The only people that have a little more trouble are people that will overexert, or they take aspirin and products like that that cause more bruising and swelling. Blepharoplasty healing is assisted by sitting up, sleeping in a recliner for about 3 days. We also use ice for 3 days. After that, we want you to be flat and we want you to use heat or nothing at all. Ice is more important the first 3 days than heat is later on. So some people kind of get tired of putting something over their eyes, and so I always tell them, after 3 days, don't worry about it. Everything heals fine. It's just those first 2 to 3 days that the ice and the elevation are critical.